Well, we're on the streets now fighting for abortion rights just like we were well over 100 years ago, because abortion has been a battle between the right wing and women's rights for decades, if not centuries now. Abortion has always been something that women have had, and really the only real solution that we need now is free, safe abortion on demand. And that's the kind of thing that was in America in particular over 100 years ago, but also in Europe and in England. So this has been, as I said, a long-term battle, and something that we had to fight for every inch of the way, and we're not going to give way this time. We're not going to we're not going to let them take it back. We're not going to let them stop stop us from getting our health care and the health care of all sorts of people. And it's not just women who've been on the streets fighting, it's been the union movement, it's been all kinds of other groups of people who have stood up for women's rights, have fought for women's rights, have fought for the rights to be not granted, but the things that we demanded to make sure that we actually can have the rights that are our rights.
For the benefit of Australian audiences who don't understand, can you briefly explain what Roe versus Wade is?
Well, Roe versus Wade gave the right to women around America to have an abortion. Prior to that, it was up to the states to decide. And
so this is in 1973?
In 1973, yeah. And prior to that, the states could decide, and a lot of states wouldn't allow abortion. So they had a federal decision in the Supreme Court that allowed free abortion or abortion rights to women right round the country. So it was a federal decision. And that's a different, and what the Roe versus Wade now decision has been overturned, it's taken away that right from women in America.
And given it to the states to decide?
Well, give it to the states to decide. Now, at that level, that's where it was before 1973. And now what's going to have to happen is there's going to have to be state-by-state fight to get abortion rights. And already in some of the states, the courts have started hearing the case for an overthrow of the state laws.
Do you think this whole movement has implications for Australia?
Oh, 100%. We don't have free abortion on demand in Australia. There's all kinds of restrictions, including whether you've got the money to be able to afford an abortion, whether you can take the time off, all of that sort of thing. But we also have all kinds of restrictions, and it took a long time for the day after pill to be accepted into Australia as well. So we still haven't got what we demanded back in the day, and that was free abortion on demand. Sorry. So that's what we have to have now, free abortion on demand, and that's what we haven't got, and that's what we're still fighting for.
What do we want? Abortion rights! Where do we want it? Now! What do we want? Abortion rights! Where do we want it? Now!
I came to Australia in 1972 from the United States, which is a year before Roe versus Wade was made into a ruling. So, as a young woman over there pre-Roe, abortion was a very dangerous, lonely procedure. Radical Women, which I'm a member of here in Australia, was part of working with black women and poor women in the United States, in the state of Washington, that brought in abortion rights in that state 3 years before Roe versus Wade was made into a ruling. So this is something that we have been a part of for decades. This is why right now we are fighting to not only bring back Roe versus Wade, but to extend it and to fight for reproductive justice.